Hello, beautiful, amazing Scorpio, and welcome to Gift of Astrogab, your April 2021 astrological chat. And what a month it's looking to be so far. We are in these energies of great movement and great change. Um, Change for the better, transformational change for each sign in different parts of their chart, different places in their lives. And we're seeing a lot of just big choices, big bold moves forward. It's not just any month. It's a month that promises a lot of progress because it has many beneficial aspects. It has sextiles, many sextiles, and it has a trine as well and squares. Now, way less squares than beneficial aspects, but squares aren't bad. They're not terribly bad. They're actually movements that push us forward. They're they're structurally nudging us to new places. If we just had only all sextiles and trines, we would have just we'd be flowing pleasantly. But the square actually it really nudges us forward, and this is wonderful. So with this, let's discuss your April, and let's get in it. Now, on April 2nd, we have Mercury in Pisces in your 5th house, Scorpio, sextiling Pluto and Capricorn in your 3rd house. Now, what do we see here? We see dreamy communication, and it's in your 5th house, so it's not just dreamy, but it's playful. And there's also, and it's beneficially aspecting Pluto and Capricorn in your 3rd. So this playful creative communication is moving you forward. It's in free flow with your communications in general. It's like it's transforming the way you either do. It could be business, in your business, the way you interact with people, and it's looking like it's moving you forward in many good ways. With also, if you're in a creative field, this is really good for you for business, for commerce. Also, local. It's all about local. 3rd house is very local and local community. So you could be doing creative endeavors with that. And so moving on to the 3rd, Mercury actually moves into Aries, which is your 6th house. So it's taking the momentum of the creativity and communications, and it's going into your house of day-to-day life, how you organize your day-to-day life, routine work that you do. Also, it's the house of health. So you are communicating with yourself or with other people, quick communication and very directly communicating about where you want to go with your health, with your habits, with your day-to-day activities. It also rules pets, so you could have communication regarding a pet. So that's looking like it's really good because who doesn't want movement in that area of your life, So on the 6th, 3 days later, we have Venus in Aries, also now in Aries because Mercury is already there. But Venus in Aries in your 6th house is sextiling Mars and Gemini in your 8th. So with that being said, there's a beneficial point here to make where you are moving in loving ways towards bettering your health or your daily life. And you're getting a push from, a free-flowing push, and a push of ease from your 8th house, which is your transformational house. So maybe your health is transforming, and you're getting that push from Mars and Gemini in your eighth. This is very direct, and you might have to do, you know, you might have the transformation feel like you're transforming more than once in 1 month, or you're transforming, going back, and then transforming again. Gemini often does things multiple times, so this is not just one and done, but it's many times. And with the benefit aspect and Venus there, you're doing it, and it's looking really great, and it's looking like everything is a go for that. So keep that up. Now on the 9th, Mars in Gemini in your 8th house is squaring Neptune in Pisces in your 5th. So, wow, we have a square here. Many people that know or hear about squares in astrology, they get taken aback a little bit, and they tense up. But in reality, the best thing to do is not tense up, and to work with the working square, because squares work on their working energies. Their energies, some people say of tension, but you need tension to, let's say, lift a weight. Lift weights, pick something up, do the work, and get it done. And that's wonderful. So with that, in your 8th and 5th houses, Mars and Gemini in the 8th is, where it was sextiling you 3 days ago. Now it's pushing you a little bit more. It's giving you more of that push energy, and if you work with it, it's really gets you results even faster, I would say, and for longer. So it's moving you. There's something in your deep psyche that's moving you. In this case, it's in context with your 5th. So where is there a trauma that may be pushing you or causing some tension with your dreamy and creative ness and within you? Because you need this dreamy creativeness, as we saw earlier in the month, to transform your communication further, and your business or your local community workings. So I see here that there's transformation coming, because Mars and Gemini in the 8th, and the square from your 5th house. And with that, you will be improving your life dramatically. So on the next day, we have Mercury in Aries in your 6th house, sextiling Saturn and Aquarius in your 4th. So again, really good things having to do with forward movement in your routine, in a job you have that you work every day, your health routine, your body, your pets as well. You're getting direct communication, and that direct communication is working well with Saturn and Aquarius in your 4th. So working well with home aspects. So maybe you're working out at home and it's going really well for you, or you're just structuring yourself at home or with family so that you can move forward with your discipline, your health, your day-to-day life, a new job, anything like that. So that looks really great for you, Scorpio. Keep that up. And on the 11th, we have New Moon in Aries in your 6th house. And this is, again, really helping you out here. The New Moon in Aries in your 6th. It goes along with the day before. You're planting these new seeds. Since the beginning of the month, you're planting these new seeds of growth for your health regime, for your maybe you even got a new pet, or you're thinking of getting new pets, or you got a new job, or you're starting it up again, or this is a really new job and you're planting the seed for that, or planting new seeds for a routine that you've been wanting to implement. Now on the 11th, and also this is a good time I want to say that if you're thinking a few days before this, when is a good time to plant these new seeds of growth for my routines, my health, and all that? The 11th is a really good time. Around that day is really good. So on the 11th, again, we have even more. We have a point of work here, a point of something that needs to get done with the square. Venus in Aries, a very beneficial planet. So it's a beneficial working that's happening here in your sixth house again, with Pluto and Capricorn in your third. So there's where do you need to transform the way you're communicating, the way you're commuting? Are you driving somewhere and you need to find a new route, maybe to a gym, or maybe a new gym closer to you, or work out at home? There's a point here that's saying, where can I transform what I've done in the past and implement in something newer, something more easy, and do it, you know, or the things that you usually love to do in your routine, in your day to day, in your health, in your regime, and where can you transform that and make it new? So now on the 13th, we have the Sun in Aries in your sixth, sextiling Mars and Gemini in your eighth house. The Sun in Aries is bringing you ultra vitality to that sixth house, which you guys definitely need in the way that you're transforming. And the sextile is very good energy to do that. And it's sextiling Mars and Gemini in your eighth. Now, with that eighth house, there's been some movement earlier in the month, and now it's definitely continuing the benefit for that day-to-day life. And also you can work it both ways. Your day-to-day life, your new day-to-day activities, or a new regime, or a new job, or a new health routine is helping you to in a Martian way, because Mars is there in a very active way. It's helping you to heal a trauma. It's helping you to feel like you're paying yourself back, or paying someone else. Meaning, eighth house rules other people's resources. So, or maybe you're using someone else's resources to add to your health routine, or getting help from someone else. That's another way this is translated. Now on the 14th, Venus enters Taurus in your seventh house. So we're going from, a house that's very, you and your body and your day to day, and we're going into relationships. Seventh house is very relational. Relation with usually one other person, the other person. And it could be a partner, it could be romantic, and Venus is there, so it looks like you could be getting maybe meeting someone new around that time, around the 14th, meeting somebody new, and it's Venus is there blessing it in it's giving it all the benefit. So that's really what I see here. It could also be just loving. If you're in a relationship, it could just be added love and added understanding and value into your relationships. Now, on the 15th, the Sun in Aries in your sixth house is sextiling Jupiter and Aquarius in your fourth. Amazing, amazing time, because Jupiter is the great benefic. It's such a beneficial planet, and it expands upon things. It's in Aquarius in your fourth house of home, of family, of all that. And so it looks like everything is a go. Everything is continuing to work well with your health regime, or day-to-day activities, your day-to-day discipline, a new job, and it's expanding upon that in new and beautiful ways. Now, moving on to the middle, more in the middle of the month, going to a little bit later, we have on the 16th, the Sun in Aries in your sixth house, squaring Pluto and Capricorn in your third. Again, another square, but no need to worry. Many times this is just, it's the lift you need. It's the grit. It's the grunt. It's the extra effort, or something externally is pushing you to do that. And I feel like in my life, I realized that sometimes they get you moving because, maybe someone tells you something, or it's looking this way here because of the communication from the third house. Someone can tell you something, whether it's, with a square, it could be a little tough. Like, someone says, hey, are you working out? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing actively? And sometimes we get, or just something someone says, and we get a little bit triggered, but that can work out very beneficially, because many times when I've had moments like that in my life, it really gets me moving. It tells me, oh my gosh, you know what? I'm going to do better. And this is a wonderful thing. And I know Scorpios, you guys go hard, and you guys love that. You guys love for people to tell you either you can't or anything like that. I mean, you guys are very determined, and that's wonderful. And I think this is a good day for that. The sun in Aries is there, giving you vitality for that. So, another thing I see here is there could be a point of tension with your routine and, something you do with your communications, but that's being transformed, and it's all looking good for you with all these beneficial aspects surrounding these squares. Now on the 17th, we have Mars and Gemini in your 8th house, trining, this is huge, Jupiter and Aquarius in your 4th. Okay, so huge. Now, we have very active work on your relations to other people, other people's resources. It looks like something big is happening here. You could be getting money back or from an outside source, and it's happening fast and on this day. Or you could just have active motion in that 8th house with other people, other people's resources, paying off debt or getting a debt repaid to you in a really loving way, in a really beneficial way, with Jupiter there in Aquarius in your 4th. And it could be coming from home. It could be coming from a family member, or someone that's familial to you. And that's really good here. And there could be a big, almost miraculous healing here to certain traumas too. That could also work out in that way. Now on the 17th, again, Mercury and Aries in your 6th house is sextiling Jupiter and Aquarius in your 4th. Again, the 4th house, a family home. So you're getting communication here, or some movement in your daily routine is communicating to family members and to people around you that are familial, or your home life. There's a lot of movement here, from your home and your day-to-day life to get huge boosts and benefits. So now on the 17th, again, big day on the 17th, we have Mercury and Aries in your 6th house, and it's sextiling Mars and Gemini in your 8th. Again, amazing. These are really great. There's such transformation here. Healing. It's a big healing month for a lot of signs. And so Mercury, the communication in that 6th house, fast, quick communication, and it's speaking to your deeper psyche. There's an activity there. There's stuff happening, movement through and from and past traumas, because your daily life is so enriching and it's so uplifting and it's really healing you. That's so beautiful, Scorpio. Now, on the 18th, the Sun in Aries in your 6th house is conjunct, coming together, overlapping, Mercury and Aries in your 6th. Now, this is really amazing as well. There's a lot of energy when two planets come together, a lot of power. And with the Sun there, wow, and Mercury. So we have all that vitality in your 6th house, quick moving energy, high functioning vitality, conjuncting Mercury and Aries in your 6th. So vitality, communication, you're moving around, you're getting things done, you're doing it all very quickly. So yeah, this is moving you forward for sure. Now on the 19th, we have the Sun and Mercury enter Taurus. They're already conjunct and they're moving into Taurus. So this is a powerful movement from that 6th house, from that day-to-day activities, from that, where it's already established. Maybe you already established the routine, you got it down. And now you're being moved to relationships in big ways. There's vitality there for your partner and you. Or if you're single, there is big energy, big dates. There's Venus there as well. So you're having a lot of love, a lot of so much energy there. It could be really, you could be starting a new relationship, a big relationship for you, or also an existing relationship getting a huge boost, and it's well needed and well deserved. So we have on the 22nd, Venus in Taurus, that loving planet, conjunct Uranus in Taurus in your 7th. Whoa. So much happening in Taurus lately, right? So much happening with your relationships, Scorpio. Uranus is there shaking things up, electrifying it, revolutionizing your relationships. And with Venus there, it's getting like a little bit of balm, a little bit of ease. But with Uranus, you never know. But at the same time, Venus is there and it's in its home and it's in its strength. So I see, surprises, loving surprises, big loving surprises here on the 22nd. And let's continue to the 23rd. So Mars is entering Cancer, and that's really big. It's been in Gemini for a while, and it's been like so quick moving. So let's do something like twice, 3 times, 4 times. Let's go to and from. It can be a little bit scattered. It gets things done really, really well, but it's just in a different form than other signs. So being in Cancer, it's action to nurture in that ninth house of beliefs, of higher learning, of travel. So you could be traveling here. You could be traveling with Cancer there. It could be overseas. I don't know, but with all the precautions necessary, of course, or just traveling in general. Or you could be learning new things. You could be joining a new course, taking action to enroll in another semester for university, or just buying a book and taking action to learn new ways to nurture those beliefs. And with all this transformational energy, you're getting plenty of stimulation to transform and to really just grow with those beliefs as well. So already towards the end of the month, wrapping it up here, we have the 24th. On the 24th, we have Mercury in Taurus, conjunct, coming together, once again, the overlap, in conjuncting Uranus in Taurus in your 7th. So, continuing with this relationship theme, we have a lot of communication, electrified communication, Scorpio, in relationships with your partner, with your date, whoever you're dating, with your relations to people in general, like, one-on-one, you could be you're getting renewed, you're getting like a new way to communicate, and your relationship is getting spiced up, electrified by Uranus, and this is really good. So on the 25th, Mercury in Taurus, the next day, is in your 7th. There's a square with Saturn in Aquarius in your 4th. So with all this energy and, great movement, happy movement, this square is saying, we need to move even faster. We need to really move and make sure this movement and this growth you're doing is locked and secured, meaning it's going to stick. But the squares here, they just move things forward in big ways. And they're not always easy, but they are very effective. And with all these sextiles and trine and energy with conjunctions, it's looking like it's really beneficial progress. So Mercury and Taurus in your 7th, squaring Saturn and Aquarius in your 4th in the 25th. That is communication and relationships, could be a little bit of tension for growth, and it's with the home. It's with Saturn and Aquarius in your 4th house. So structure from the home, Saturn's also like the older. It could be an elder in the home, you know, and maybe they don't agree with the relationship that you're having. It doesn't have to be with your relationship, or maybe they are like, well, you know, you're dating this person, and you know, I don't know about that. Even being an Aquarius, but it looks like with being an Aquarius that could be a little easier from the home to change. You know, you maybe have more open-minded people, but they need a little bit of help to understand you. So on the 25th, again, you have another square, Mercury in Taurus in your 7th, square Jupiter in Aquarius. So on the 4th, sorry, in your 4th house of home, family. So there's an expansion here of from that tension, but there's even more growth here for you and more transformation, I think, um, once this is once this is, I would say, worked with. So on the 25th, you have the energy here. You have the energy to do it. You have the energy and communication to do it, Scorpio. And because it's conjunct, Mercury in Taurus is conjunct Venus in Taurus in your 7th. Loving communication is on your side, Scorpio. So whatever points of tension here, you have the electricity from Uranus, which is energy as well. And you have loving communication to help you out. So work with that and it's going to be great. So on the 26th, with all this energy through the month, it's been building up, we have a full moon in Scorpio in your 1st house for you. So being that it's in your house and it's a water sign, it can be emotional. It could be emotional, that's not always negative. It could be great heightened emotions, like for fun, for, you know, maybe you're just overjoyed. Or it could be also, you could be, you know, sometimes people cry it out on a full moon, or they just feel very emotional. Maybe it's a good time to channel it and to, you know, sing a song or go, you know, out in nature and let out a lot of this excess energy you're getting. It's in your 1st house, so you're going to be very energetic as well, like emotional energy. So yeah, take a run, and that will really help you, I think. Um, yeah, and with the full moons, you're thinking, okay, with all this energy in your 6th house as well, it's kind of saying like, okay, it's going back to that 6th house in a way, saying like, what in me can I keep? What feelings can I keep? What is benefiting me so I can move on with my home, my relationships, my routine? How can I work with myself better and improve upon myself? And what do I need to improve? And what do I need to keep? What's a strength in me? And with your emotions, you can do that, you know, because there's things that you can't work out in your logic all the time. So you have to work it out in your emotions. And the full moons are wonderful for that. Yes. So on the 27th, another huge thing. April's very eventful. So we have Pluto going retrograde, your ruling planet, Scorpio, goes retrograde in Capricorn in your 3rd house. So with Pluto having been there, having for a while now in your 3rd house, you're getting a lot of transformation in your communications, in your local community, in your interactions. Its 3rd house is also siblings. So with your siblings, you know, there's a lot of deep work going on there. Pluto's a planet that goes deep, that it's very intense and it's very passionate. So going retrograde, it slows down and it's going even slower and it's concentrating its energy. So you're from April 27th to October 6th is when Pluto is going retrograde. So you have a lot of time it's a time for reflection as well. You're reflecting upon your communications. Communications with siblings. You're really thinking about your local community or if you have a business or you're commuting as well. It also can rule all those things, and you're going deep with it, and it's all in line with this transformation you're going through. This is wonderful for you, Scorpio. Now on the 29th, we have Mercury in Taurus in your 7th. finalizing this month, Mercury in Taurus on the 29th in your 7th house, sextiling Neptune in Pisces in your 5th. So you're getting a lot of help here. I think earlier in the month there was a little tension with the 5th house, but in general, you're getting communication from your partner, or you're communicating more from yourself to another person, or with a romantic new date or something like that, and it's getting a lot of benefit from your creative self, from your 5th house, Neptune and Pisces in your 5th. So yeah, 5th house is also children. So maybe if you have children, they're working with you on like, okay, mom or dad, like, we understand you, go on your date. If you're a single mom or a single dad, there's a lot of understanding here with Neptune and Pisces there. Or you're just being really creative and finding new creative ways to in your romantic life, or creative new places to go on dates. And during this time, this is very needed because not everything is open yet, so a lot of creativity is important for a good result. And it's looking like a good result for you, Scorpio. So on the 30th, the Sun in Taurus is conjuncting Uranus and Taurus in your 7th. So bam, Sun and Uranus. This is electric. This is like big electricity, like lightning bolt, but in a good way, because there's a lot of beneficial energies here. So you're getting transformed. You're getting, because I really believe electricity transforms us as well. You know, it's a different form of transformation, but yeah, you're getting electrified in a beautiful way in your relationships, in your romantic relationship, in the way you relate to others, in your dates as well. And with the sextile the day before, it's looking really good. So go with the flow, go with that high energy, and just enjoy April and the transformations that you're going through. And I really wish you a great month and a great beginning to spring, and hope to see you guys in May for another astrological chat. So thank you so much, and have a great month.